Hello YouTubers, and welcome to the second part of my review of the Key to Time box set. Last time I took a look at the first two stories in the box set, which were the Reboss Operation and the Pirate Planet, and now I shall be taking a look at the third and fourth stories. So let's start off with the third story, which is The Stones of Blood. As we can see on this cover, we have a purple sticker along with a sort of dark colour. It's very purple. It's just a very dark colour, and it suits the tone of the stories. It's a very dark and atmospheric story. We have the Doctor and Romana on the cover, as you may be able to make out, and they're just surrounded by stars and the faces are in the sky. We have the third segment of the Key to Time at the centre, and we have these stones along with a hooded figure and the main villain of the story, which is actually a woman. We also have some woodland and other sorts of things going on, and there you have it. So I think it's a very dark cover. The spine is just basically black, little bit of purple there, and here it just says The Key to Time Story 3 by David Fisher. The search for the third segment of The Key to Time leads the Doctor, Romana and K9 to Boscombe Moor on Earth in the late 20th century. Here they encounter Professor Amelia Rumford and Vivian Fay, who are surveying an ancient stone circle called the Nine Travellers. What is the link between an ancient Celtic goddess, an alien criminal, and a transporter ship concealed in hyperspace? And can the Doctor escape the druidic sacrifice of blood to uncover the mystery of the moving stones? Commentary by Mary Tamm, Daryl Blake. Commentary 2 by Tom Baker, Mary Tamm, Susan Engel, David Fisher. Getting Blood from the Stones. Cast and crew look at the making of the Stones of Blood, including Mary Tamm, John Leeson, Susan Engel, David Fisher, Anthony Reid, Daryl Blake, Matt Irvine, who was an effects designer. Hammer Horror, a short featurette considering the influence of horror films on Doctor Who stories over the years. Stones 3, Mary Tamm visits the Rollright Stones to meet experts on this ancient stone circle. We have deleted footage from part 2. We have Model World, which is like an excerpt of the 1979 programme looking back at the model work for the Stones of Blood. We have Blue Peter and Nationwide, two Blue Peter programmes celebrating Doctor Who's 15th anniversary, and we have offer continuities around when this story aired, and the story was originally broadcast on BBC One between the 28th of October and 18th of November 1978, produced by Graham Williams, directed by Daryl Blake, and the sleeve text is by Sue Crowley and the cover is by Clayton Hickman, and the runtime is 95 minutes approx. And inside we have this mask thing, something that's absent on the front cover, and there's a lot more stuff going on here than on the front cover. And again, the disc just has a segment of The Key to Time, and this time it's in a sort of pinkish purpley colour. So that is The Stones of Blood. What is my opinion on this story? Well, I think personally it is probably my favourite story out of the 6 in this set. I really enjoyed it, and for those of you who don't know, you probably do anyway, but This was the 100th story of Doctor Who, and I think it's a very good story. I like the title, The Stones of Blood. It just sounds very cool. So I quite like this story, and I think this is probably my favourite out of the Key to Time season. The next story, which I also quite like in this set, is The Androids of Tara. And as you can see, it's the Key to Time Story 4. I see on the sticker. The sticker is now red. And you have quite a few things going on. We have what seems to be a clock face here. And it is rumoured that in the Series 8 title sequence we're going to be getting some clocks, seeing as it's based on a YouTuber, but I've never seen it. We'll have a better idea by August the 23rd. We have the Doctor here. We have the villain of the story, who is Count Grendel. We have his castle and some more housing. We have some candles, and it appears that they are actually standing on the steps as well, and there is a clock face. We also have two identical images just flipped around of Mary Tamm, but one is a fake one and one is the real one. I take it that's supposed to be the real Romana, as she does a dual role in the story. I think it's a very well put together story. So here, a lot more stuff going on this spine. It's more orange red, and you can see part of Count Grendel's castle, which I think is very nice, seeing as the other ones in this box set, not a lot going on the spine apart from the Power of Kroll, which is all green. And this story was by David Fisher, and it seems that the search for the fourth segment of the Key to Time will prove simple when Romana locates it on the planet Tara, but in a land where nothing as it is first appears, the Doctor and his companion quickly find themselves embroiled in a deadly game of kidnap, deceit and counterplot. It is not long before the Doctor himself is locking swords with the dastardly Count Grendel of Grat, and he is the finest sword bladesman in the kingdom. Well, you could say swordsman as well, who has sinister plans for Romana. And the cover kind of gives away what the plan is there. So the commentary for this is by Tom Baker, Mary Tamm, Michael Hayes, the director. The Humans of Tara, the cast and crew look back at the making of The Androids of Tara, featuring interviews with actors Mary Tamm, Paul Lavers, and Neville Jason, writer David Fisher, script editor Auntie Reed, and director Michael Hayes. Now and then a short featurette comparing the locations used for the Androids of Tara as they are now with how they appeared back in 1978. Double Trouble, brief history of doubles in other Doctor Who stories, radio times, billings, and all the rest are usual. Broadcast dates for this were between 25th of November and 16th of December 1978, so it's just before Christmas of that year. Produced by Graham Williams, directed by Michael Hayes, liner texts by Sue Crowley, and covers by Clayton Hickman again. And runtime is 97 minutes. The disc is red, and here it's just basically the same picture as you can see at the centre of the picture on the bottom half of the cover. Now, what are my overall thoughts? Well, as I said, I quite like this story. Might be my second favourite out of the 6 stories in this set. I really do enjoy this story. I think it's very atmospheric, and I just think it's a very good story. I think Count Grendel's quite a good villain. So yeah, and Tom Baker, of course, he's brilliant. He's brilliant in all six of these stories. So yeah, another reason why I would pick up the Key to Time box set.